On January 15, Chinese media was shocked by the news that a series of lesser-known actors were tricked and trafficked to Thailand and Myanmar. Among them, actor Wang Jing was fortunately rescued in time, but model Yang Zeki has not yet returned. According to Wang Jing, at the time of his detention, there were at least 50 Chinese people locked up with him. Chinese authorities are frantically searching for the people behind this brutal human trafficking ring, and surprisingly, the names of Zhao Wei and her husband appear on the list of those involved. This information immediately shocked the public, because the actress was once one of the most beloved stars in the Chinese entertainment industry. Zhao Wei and his wife, portrait of those behind the shadows? According to the investigation, businessman Han Hu Long, True V's ex-husband, was not only involved but was also said to be the direct operator of part of the network. Notably, he is the cousin of S.A. Kai Luen, a notorious online fraudster, the leader of a huge network specializing in human trafficking, operating illegal casinos and conducting illegal business activities in Malaysia. S.A. Kai Luen was once a wanted man throughout Southeast Asia. When Han Hu Long was having trouble with his business, S.A. Kai Luen invited his cousin to invest in a project near the Golden Triangle, an area famous for its high walls, barbed wire and strict security system. This is considered a hell on earth, even more dangerous than northern Myanmar. In August 2022, S.A. Kai Luen was caught for leading a telecommunications fraud ring, with the number of victims reaching 330,000 people. Knowing the risk of being arrested, Han Hu Long quickly fled that night. For this reason, True VY hastily completed divorce proceedings, as a way to sever the relationship and avoid any legal trouble. However, the divorce was not the end. After that, Han Hu Long continued to participate in kidnapping and blackmailing activities of Chinese people in Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, many sources said that True VY also had a part in her ex-husband's illegal activities. The actress is said to have invested in S.A. Kai Luen's projects through Han Hu Long, under the name of a business partner. In fact, many of the companies that Zhao Wei and her ex-husband own in China are just shells, with no real operations. More importantly, she once bragged about her investments in Myanmar on social media but then quietly deleted the post. Public divorce, a calculated statement? On December 28, 2024, True VY suddenly posted an announcement on her personal Weibo, Mr. Han and I officially divorced many years ago. All information and statements related to him are no longer related to me. I hope everyone will respect the truth and not drag me into baseless rumors. This statement immediately caused a storm on social networks. The question is, why did True VY divorce a long time ago, but only announced it now? Many speculate that Huang Yulong is about to face legal action due to a huge debt of up to 753 million Hong Kong dollars. To avoid being implicated, Zhao Wei hastily announced the end of the relationship. But if they were really divorced a long time ago, why didn't she announce it earlier? Could this be a move to separate assets and avoid being implicated in her ex-husband's debts? Zhao Wei, from adorable little swallow to capitalist queen. Zhao Wei was born in 1976 in Wuhu, Anhui. When she was young, she planned to become a kindergarten teacher, but an unexpected opportunity brought her to cinema. In 1998, the role of Little Swallow in Hone Chow Catch Catch brought her to the pinnacle of fame, becoming one of the most beloved actresses in Asia. However, fame in the entertainment industry seemed not enough to satisfy Zhao Wei's ambition. Starting in 1999, she entered the business field, founded many companies and gradually built a powerful financial empire. She continuously invested in real estate, cinema, and even expanded into private investment funds. But as her assets grew, scandals continued to surround her. Zhao Wei was involved in many lawsuits for financial fraud, stock manipulation and violating business regulations. The biggest shock came in 2021, when she was secretly banned. All of her works were removed from Chinese platforms without any official announcement. Does Zhao Wei have a chance to return? Once a powerful star of CBiz, but now, Zhao Wei has completely disappeared from the entertainment industry. If the allegations related to the human trafficking ring are true, her ability to return to the screen is almost zero. Over the years, True VY has always been known for her talent and business acumen. However, the line between talented business and sophisticated law-breaking is sometimes very fragile. Could it be that the forces that once protected her have now turned their backs? Although everything is still undecided, one thing is certain: the image of Enno of the past is no longer intact in the hearts of the audience. Although Zhao Wei and the magazine quickly issued an apology and explained that the incident was due to ignorance and oversight, public opinion remained relentless. She became the focal point of harsh criticism, and her acting career spiraled downward. Faced with mounting pressure, Zhao Wei shifted her focus to Hong Kong and other regions in search of new opportunities. During this time, she crossed paths with Wang Yu, a relationship that would later prove pivotal in her comeback. Wang Yu, the son of Wang Darohan, hailed from a prestigious family. His father, Wang Darohan, was a trusted mentor to Jiang Zemin and had served as the mayor of Shanghai for many years. With Wang Yu's assistance, Zhao Wei secured an invitation to perform at the Spring Festival Gala, marking the beginning of her career resurgence. In 2003, photos of Zhao Wei and Wang Yu vacationing in Hong Kong were leaked, confirming their relationship to the public. Having experienced the ups and downs of the entertainment industry, Zhao Wei became acutely aware of its inherent risks. Gradually, she began shifting her focus from acting to business. By 2002, she had invested 2.1 million yuan to establish Beijing Princet Culture Communication Company, Limited, making her first move from actress to producer. The following year, she became the fifth largest shareholder in a publicly listed company on the Chongqing Stock Exchange, officially stepping into the capital market. She continued her investments in various enterprises, including Diamongle Commerce Company, Limited and Yibin Wei Film Company, Limited, but none of these ventures yielded significant success. It wasn't until she met Huang Yulong that her business acumen truly took flight. Zhao Wei had an uncanny ability to connect with influential figures. Her close friends were either high-ranking officials or wealthy businessmen. Her longtime friend, Huang Xiaoming, had openly expressed his affection for her, and Su Yupeng also admitted to having feelings for her, yet none of them captured her heart. So why did she choose to marry Huang Yulong, a man with a modest educational background, a previous marriage, and a child from that union? Zhao Wei once candidly stated, "I don't have high expectations for marriage. My partner is more like a business associate or a companion." This pragmatic outlook likely stemmed from her personal philosophy. In a controversial 2009 interview, she introduced the concept of polite physical relationships, arguing that when two people of the opposite sex are alone, acknowledging each other's attractiveness or demonstrating trust through physical intimacy should be seen as a form of social courtesy rather than love or affection. She compared it to a handshake, a mere social ritual. Zhao Wei believed this mindset represented gender equality and was a complement to the other person's allure. That same year, she launched the Le Fou restaurant in Sanlitun, Beijing, and declared, "My dream now is to become a great entrepreneur, to chase wealth as my ultimate goal." Her worldview, treating wealth as a driving force and intimacy as a social formality, inevitably set the stage for the price she would eventually pay. Huang Yulong's background was shrouded in mystery. Before marrying Zhao Wei, there was virtually no public record of him. Later reports suggested that he was born into a humble farming family in the 1970s and had spent his early years raising ducks and working the land. At the age of 10, he moved to Shenzhen with his father to seek a better future. However, this was only part of the truth. Documents from Xin Jingbao indicated that between 2000 and 2002, Huang Yulong was employed by Zhonglun Kangyiatong Entertainment Company, Limited, a subsidiary of a real estate conglomerate. By December 2001, at just 25 years old, he had already purchased a 183 square meter luxury apartment in Shenzhen for 2.34 million yuan. In March 2002, he assumed the role of general manager at Dongruanda Industrial Development Company, Limited, simultaneously holding executive positions at Jinyezi Hotel in Guangzhou. The hotel was founded in April 2003, and by March 2004, he had invested 490,000 yuan into Shenzhen Wangri Industrial Company, Limited. Shortly after, the company's registered capital skyrocketed from 1 million yuan to 150 million yuan, with Huang Yulong holding a 49% stake. If Huang Yulong had indeed come from a humble farming background, where did his vast wealth originate? Heap Kak Dao, a media outlet affiliated with the People's Daily, once published an article claiming that Huang Yulong had worked as a chauffeur for Zhu Zongheng, the former mayor of Shenzhen, who was later removed from office. Zhu was sentenced to death with a 2-year reprieve in 2011, forcing Huang Yulong to flee to Singapore. Mysteriously, he resurfaced as a prominent billionaire. Speculation arose that he had taken control of Zhu's offshore assets. When Zhu's sentence was officially carried out, Huang reappeared and married Zhao Wei. However, Huang Yulong denied ever working as a chauffeur. In 2008, Zhao Wei quietly married Huang Yulong, who had since acquired Singaporean citizenship, and the couple later had a daughter. After Zhao Wei's sudden disappearance from the public eye, a photograph surfaced showing her hand in hand with a man amidst a crowd. The man was identified as Zheng Qingwei, the younger brother of Zheng Chun, China's former vice president and a close advisor to Jiang Zemin. Their intimate connection hinted at the powerful forces backing Zhao Wei. Following their marriage, Zhao Wei and Huang Yulong orchestrated a vast network of business ventures. They registered numerous companies in Hong Kong, forming a dual-structured empire, the Long System and the Wei System. The Long System established at least 27 companies in Hong Kong, extending its reach to offshore jurisdictions like the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, and the British Virgin Islands. Meanwhile, the Wei System focused on cultural and entertainment ventures, encompassing Hong Kong United Cultural Industry Association, Jiaquan Shifu Restaurant, Yunfang Entertainment Group, Weidao International Investment, and Highton Investment Limited. Many of these were shell companies with registered capital as low as $1 Hong Kong. Between May 2011 and October 2015, Zhao Wei transformed from an ordinary actress into China's female Warren Buffett. In May 2011, she purchased 1.17 million shares of Wei Brothers at just 2 yuan and 30 fen per share. By 2015, when the company went public, her stock value soared, yielding a 150-fold return. She stood on the podium, ringing the opening bell, her face beaming with triumph. In late 2014, Zhao Wei and Huang Yulong spent nearly 300 million Hong Kong dollars to acquire a 9.18% stake in Alibaba Pictures, becoming its second-largest shareholder. Alibaba Pictures, formerly China Vision Media, had complex ties with Tomorrow Holdings, a conglomerate linked to tycoon Xiao Jianhua. The company's valuation surged from 0 Hong Kong dollars 0.3 to 0.4 per share to a staggering 27.5 billion Hong Kong dollars market capitalization. Zhao Wei twice offloaded shares, pocketing nearly 1.8 billion Hong Kong dollars in profits, earning her the reputation of an investment prodigy. Yet, unlike Warren Buffett's long-term value investing, Zhao Wei's strategy resembled high-frequency trading, exploiting short-term market fluctuations for rapid gains. In May 2015, she and Huang Yulong joined forces with billionaire Zhu Yuzhu, buying shares of SE Group at 2 Hong Kong dollars per share. The stock price of S Group skyrocketed by over 150% after the announcement that Jack Ma had joined the company. By the end of the trading session, the stock closed at 22 Hong Kong dollars and 65 cents, marking a massive gain. That day alone, Jack Ma secured a paper profit exceeding 5.5 billion Hong Kong dollars, while Zhao Wei and her husband, Huang Yulong, walked away with over 7.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. By February 2016, Zhao Wei and her husband had made their debut on the Forbes billionaires list with a net worth of $1 billion. Later that year, in November, they established Longwei Media with an initial capital of just 2 million yuan. Zhao Wei held a 95% stake in the company. Merely 2 months later, Longwei Media announced plans to acquire a controlling 29.1% stake in the publicly listed Wangjia Culture for 3 billion yuan. This high-risk transaction relied on an astonishing 50x financial leverage. Longwei's actual capital contribution was a mere 60 million yuan, with the remaining funds sourced from loans and stock pledges via financial institutions. Tomorrow Holdings had long been suspected of playing a pivotal role in these financial maneuvers. Reports suggested that Huang Yulong was merely a figurehead, while the real financial backing came from Tomorrow Holdings. A prime example was the Wangjia Culture acquisition. Of the 3.6 billion yuan required, only 60 million came from Zhao Wei and Huang Yulong. The rest was financed through a 1.5 billion yuan loan from Tibet Yin Tuo Trust and another 1.5 billion yuan through stock pledges at Hengtai Securities, both entities under Tomorrow Holdings. Further evidence pointed to deep connections between Zhao Wei and Xiao Jianhua, the enigmatic billionaire behind Tomorrow Holdings. Both served on the board of the Hong Kong Federation of Cultural Industries, where Zhao Wei held the position of vice chairman. This organization was controlled by Zheng Chun, a key figure in the Jiang Zemin political faction. The influence of Tomorrow Holdings stretched far beyond China, reaching into global markets. Additionally, through the acquisition of S Group, Xiao Jianhua emerged as a major shareholder in one of Jack Ma's subsidiary companies. A former S Group executive revealed, "Whenever we had an opportunity to invest in Jack Ma's businesses, it usually came through Huang Yulong or Junfeng Fund." Junfeng Fund was established by Jack Ma and Yu Feng in 2010. While Xiao Jianhua's name was absent from legal records, internal documents indicated that he had co-invested in S Group through multiple offshore entities. By the end of 2015, Xiao Jianhua controlled nearly a third of S Group through a network of 5 offshore companies, one of which was directly managed by Huang Yulong. This even surpassed Jack Ma's ownership stake in the company. CEO Jianhua, however, was not operating independently, he was merely a white glove for the Jiang Zemin family. Legal records showed that Tomorrow Holdings had not only become S Group's largest shareholder but had also funneled an additional $190 million to an undisclosed beneficiary. Such financial secrecy was a hallmark of Hong Kong's shadow banking industry, where anonymous ownership structures concealed the real power players. By 2017, Xi Jinping had turned his sights on CEO Jianhua. On January 27, the eve of the Chinese New Year, CEO was forcibly taken from his Hong Kong residence and escorted to mainland China for investigation. Within days, his associates and family members scrambled to liquidate assets, offloading over $60 million in shares from Junfeng Financial. Corporate records later revealed that the buyers of these shares were linked to one of Huang Yulong's business partners. That same year, the China Securities Regulatory Commission launched an investigation into Longwei Media's highly leveraged acquisition of Wangjia Culture. As the stock plummeted, retail investors suffered massive losses. By November, authorities concluded that Longwei had engaged in fraudulent disclosure and market manipulation. Zhao Wei and her husband were banned from the securities market for 5 years and fined 600,000 yuan, a mere slap on the wrist compared to their enormous wealth. However, the ruling failed to compensate the countless investors who had been misled by their tactics. At this time, Ant Group, Jack Ma's financial empire, was on the rise, boasting over 700 million active users and preparing for an IPO. A 2021 Wall Street Journal investigation revealed that, much like Tomorrow Holdings, Ant Group had established a complex web of shell companies to disguise its true ownership structure. During a 2019 regulatory probe, officials discovered striking similarities between the two entities. By then, Tomorrow Holdings had already fallen under heavy scrutiny. When Ant Group was valued at over $313 billion and on the verge of its IPO, records showed that a major shareholder was Junfeng Financial, with one of CEO Jianhua's former employees serving as its largest individual investor. Other shareholders included Jack Ma's associates and even Zhao Wei's mother. In November 2020, the much-anticipated IPO was abruptly suspended, delivering a severe blow to Jack Ma's business empire. Following this, Zhao Wei's assets were frozen, and she and Huang Yulong found themselves entangled in lawsuits and mounting debts. In 2021, Zhao Wei was unexpectedly blacklisted across Chinese media platforms, her films and TV series disappeared, and even her name became unsearchable. Yet, no official explanation was given, fueling widespread speculation. If she had committed a crime, why hadn't the government made a clear announcement? A leaked government blacklist surfaced online, listing 25 disgraced celebrities, with Zhao Wei at the top under the political misconduct category. Analysts suspected she had been caught in the power struggle between Xi Jinping and the Jiang Zemin faction. Some theorized that Zhao Wei had facilitated money laundering for Jiang's family through her hidden ties with Alibaba's anonymous shareholders. A resurfaced photo of Zhao Wei with Hillary Clinton added further intrigue, with rumors suggesting she was one of the largest foreign donors to Clinton's campaign after Saudi Arabia. Her downfall also led to personal tragedies. Her father passed away under mysterious circumstances, her brother divorced, and her sister-in-law took 520 million yuan before leaving the family. After 3 years of complete silence, speculation arose about her potential comeback. Early this year, Zhao Wei's social media accounts were reactivated, and domestic platforms lifted restrictions on her past works. However, on April 11, Chinese media reported that Zhao Wei's assets had been frozen once again, this time amounting to 5 million yuan. The dramatic journey of Zhao Wei, from a beloved actress to a disgraced financier, is a cautionary tale of ambition, political entanglement, and the perils of high-stakes investments. Not long ago, her mentor, Qiong Yao, passed away, prompting Zhao Wei to post a cryptic message on Weibo: "The Yangtze River flows eastward, washing away all heroes. Right and wrong, success and failure, all fade into the mist. Only the Green Mountains remain, watching the sunset rise and fall." Was this a farewell to her past, or a reflection on the impermanence of power and fortune? What do you think about Zhao Wei's rise and fall, her controversial marriage, and her entanglement in high-risk investments? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with new videos on the Phantom Script channel.